Hi everyone, I'm Dr. B. I am a career writer and artist, as well as a former college professor of English literature and creative writing, and I created the book Story World, World Building for Beginners. As far as HOBY goes, I was an ambassador way back in the 1900s, 1996 in Lexington, Kentucky. And my site was Transylvania University, which is also where I went to college. And I came back as a volunteer for HOBY a couple of years after. So I have really fond memories of HOBY, and I'm so happy to be here at the WLC today. Even though I'm not there in person, I really wish I could be, but I'm appreciative for the opportunity to participate in some way. So today I'm going to talk to you all about the power of world building and how it can help make you more effective at leadership. World building isn't just for game developers or people who play tabletop RPG or for Hollywood filmmakers or authors who craft elaborate fantasy series anymore. World building can be used as a resource to improve one's neuroplasticity and overall quality of life. It can also help you build confidence as a leader, as well as troubleshoot challenges along the way that can crop up. So, before we get into how world building can help you as a leader, the first thing I need you to do is pick up something to write with, and somewhere on a sheet of paper or the handout you received, just make a short list of 1 to 3 worlds that you enjoy that someone else created. This could be a book, film, game, any world that you enjoy spending time with. Take about half a minute and do that. All right, now we're going to pivot and write down 1 to 3 distractions you feel sometimes get in the way of you and the goals you want to achieve for yourself. Jot down 1 to 3 distractions that you feel sometimes get in the way of you and the goals you want to achieve for yourself. Okay, we'll come back to those 2 items later, but I just wanted to make sure you got them down before we move on. And just as a heads up, I put all of my secrets of world building into one book, Story World, and this is the course essentially that I always wanted to teach and never got to in its entirety. So now it's all in one place, and you'll all be getting a copy of the digital version of this book that you can use in your own pursuits. Even though technically the audience is for college students, you all are pretty sharp, and I think you can handle it. So I'll walk you through what you'll be getting in just a little bit. And if you scan the QR code on your handout that you received, that will take you to the website. I'll show you the website so you can poke around there, as well as the YouTube channel, which walks you through the book in its entirety. I take you on a tour, and you see unboxing videos of the hard copy of the book. All right, so I will get to the highlight reel in just a little bit, but first, let's talk about world building as a tool, a resource to help you become a more effective, compassionate, and confident leader. I want you to go back to the notes where you jotted down at the beginning the 1 to 3 distractions in your life that get in the way of what you think you're supposed to be achieving right now, and keep those in mind as we talk. There's a process I got from an old phrase, finding a needle in a haystack. How do you find a needle in a haystack? The most efficient way possible. Well, you burn the hay. Those distractions you wrote down, that is your hay. That's the haystack in your life. And your needle doesn't have to be a sewing needle. It can be a compass needle. As you try to figure out, the older you get, where is your heart, where's your head, and how do you get those two on the same wavelength? So you can lead confidently, even if the only person you're leading in the moment is yourself. All that hay, all those distractions can get in the way of finding that needle. So you burn the hay. World building helps you ignite your imagination. It clears out the distractions and helps you hone in and lock on to whatever it is you're actually trying to do. Because when you build a world, that world is coming out of you. It's essentially a time capsule of how you think. So anytime you're struggling, anytime you're wondering, what do I do next? How do I improve the situation? You can use your world as a kind of petri dish or an entire lab, a space to work through the challenges you're facing and imagine a new way to solve an old problem or refine a vision that you already have. And that vision is your needle, but you need to ignite your imagination to find it. Imagination is the human birthright. It's the first thing we need to get ourselves out of any kind of setback. But it can also sometimes be the first thing to disappear when we're in survival mode. Even if we're not actually afraid for our lives, our nervous system doesn't always know that, can't always tell the difference, especially if you're dealing with neurodivergence or anxiety. Control is an illusion out here in the real world, but when you're world building, you can control your world. Whatever you say goes. So you can build a world, focus on getting back to yourself, back to center, and all the hay, all the distractions fade to ash. Because what you're doing is redirection. You're giving your mind something it can actually solve, something it can resolve, and that keeps your imagination intact. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to start the world building process together with a little exercise. So get your hand out with the blank lines, because that's what we're going to do together, is get you started building a world right now. All of the images that are going to be on the slides are in the book, so you'll be able to see them up close on your own later. So don't worry if you don't get a close enough look in the moment, because I know some of you all are sitting a little far back. But what I want you to write down on your paper is, first, for the first slide, you're going to choose a door. One of the doors on the slide, and you don't have to overthink it. Whichever one grabs you first, that's the one. Just take a minute and jot down why you like that door the best, or what you think might be waiting on the other side. Next, I want you to choose a landscape, choose a terrain. Where does your door open into? And the same rule, whatever one grabs you first, that's the one I want you to write down. Now I'd like you to pick one of these characters. Who are they? What do they do? What do they want? You don't need a whole backstory, but if one wants to tell you their name, you can write that down as well. Just pick which character you gravitate towards. Okay, on this slide, go ahead and pick one of those objects. Pick a talisman. What does it do? Who is it for? And how did it come to be? Whichever one you gravitate towards the most. And last one, choose an event. When is it happening? Who's invited? And what all is going on during the event? And just jot it down, a few notes on your handout. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to flip your handout over so you see the parchment looking map there. Take a few minutes and we're going to put it all together. The first thing you need to do is take the door that you chose and you're going to fix it to a spot on your map. And you don't have to be an artist. You can just make X's and O's and label things if you want to, or draw stick figures, it's fine. Fix your door to a spot on the map. So now you can doodle your terrain all around it, or sketch your terrain, the one that you chose, and find a spot for your character that you picked. Figure out where they like to hang out or where they live. Pick a spot for where your talisman is hiding. And the event that took place, where does that go down? And get all of those in relation for the next few minutes to your world door. So remember, you're not necessarily going to start a novel like right now. You're just getting the lay of the land, okay? All right, so that's essentially the beginning of any world. Go back to the worlds that you wrote down in the beginning. Someone created their worlds in exactly the same way you just did. All they did was open a door into their imaginations, and they kept going. Okay, so I'm going to now give you all a very brief tour through the book that you're going to have at your disposal, and the digital copy will be available for you all to download, as well as all the bonuses and the novella. So the tour is also on the website and the YouTube channel, and I will show you all of that as we go, and then we will have time for a few questions.